Good Tuesday evening. Welcome to BCP Live. I'm Joey McWilliams, and it is always a privilege to get to visit with you all here on a Tuesday night. Some of you are watching here on a Tuesday night. You're going to watch live. That is fantastic. Some of you all will be watching this replayed on Wednesday morning or Thursday morning or whenever you happen to get around to it. And hi to you too. I'm glad that you are watching tonight. Last week, we had the election results that pretty much dominated the most of the time. And I have had guests before on here when we've talked about election results and kind of how things went down. But it was Jenna Page's birthday, and I was going to have her come on, and she did not come on with me. So that having been the case, we just kind of did election results all on their lonesome, and that was fine. And hey, no more election stuff going on until November that I know of. So that gives us a little bit of break for a little while. By the way, speaking of Miss Jenna Page, who turned 26 last Tuesday, again, it's that really weird time of year where I have 5 kids that are 3 ages. So my oldest is 26, my second born is 26. They're Irish twins. My third is 18, and of course, the actual real twins are 15 right now. So yeah. How about that? 5 kids, 3 ages. That's the way it works out. All right. Now, I want to get a chance to introduce the guest that I have tonight. And I want to tell you something really quickly about her. She makes me happy. I enjoy getting to visit with her. And we spoke last week on the phone. And it's the first time I had a chance to speak with her outside of Coffee Network, because she comes to Coffee Network with the Chamber on Wednesday. And that's where I got to meet her. And I've been seeing her for, I don't know, Christy, I want to say 1.5 to 2 years, give or take.
You're right on it.
All right. That's fine. And honestly, every time that she talks, she's always smiling, she's always positive, and she always makes me smile. And so I really, really appreciate that. So I'm thankful for the opportunity to have Christy Close on the broadcast with me tonight. And she's going to be talking about a number of things, including HR Solid Foundation, which is where, well, I don't want to take your thunder. Let me just go ahead and say HR Solid Foundation, or as the acronym behind her says, I don't know if that's right or not. That's not how you pronounce it, is it? Okay. Anyway, Christy, what is HR Solid Foundation? How what is it? Tell us a little bit about you and about that.
Well, thank you, Joy. Again, I appreciate the opportunity to be on here to talk with you. HR Solid Foundation, I started this business in 2019. So I always tell people, I was like, if you can make it through COVID, you can make it through anything. So HR Solid Foundation is all about putting your business on a firm foundation. And a lot of people, they have great ideas. COVID definitely put a lot of entrepreneurs out in front of us who they know how to do the work that they are wanting to sell or produce, but it's the laws that come into play. It's making sure that we've got things in order, whether it comes from an employee handbook or just even the application process. So HR Solid Foundation, better known as, I just say hrsf.info for purposes, but really it's just about helping the small business owner and ensuring that they have what they need. And some people think that they have to hire people. You don't. So I think that's my biggest thing, is coming in. It's just a little education and to help you along the way. And it might just be to help you set up shop, and then you just move on from there. But basically, I want to make sure that people know what they need, have that just a nice foundation, right, set,
Right.
so that they can build on that for a great opportunity. And entrepreneurship is fabulous. But it definitely you can fall in some pit holes, looks like a little bitty, doesn't look like a hole. And, we get a little rain in it. And then that puddle, you fall in. So I want to make sure that we are a good safety net, if you will. Make sure you're protected.
Well, I know you have the Longhorns behind you, and I know that you're actually on the south side of the river right now, but you do service the Bryan County area. How long have you been doing that? I talked about knowing you for about 1.5 or 2 years. How long have you been servicing this area?
Actually, since 2015.
Wow.
2015. You can find me in Durant 2 or 3 days a week safely. It is, just a hop, skip, and a jump for me. And I'm thrilled to say I've got some great clients on the other side of the Red River that I just absolutely adore. I do a lot of bartering because I'm all about a good barter. So if you want to drop in and maybe find me over there at, at B's Kitchen, or like I'm going, ooh la la, or out with the Cherokee, any of those places that I definitely have worked with, and I really enjoy it. In fact, I thought, you know what? This could be my time, my moment. I am still looking for those 4 acres. So I know there's somebody out there who's got a chunk of land,
Yeah.
running cows or longhorns across, which clearly I don't mind.
Yeah.
Just tear me off a little piece, and I'll be happy to do your HR work, whatever we need to do, right? Whatever we need to do.
Hey, listen, get 4 acres out of the deal. That would not be a bad trade at all. Bartering is underrated, by the way. I listen. I am all about that. I am all about that. It doesn't have to all be with just the little
That's
green
right.
stuff. That is fine. That
Right.
is all right. We're speaking with Christy Close here on BCP Live tonight. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Give us a comment. Let us know from where you are watching, because I'm on one side of the river tonight. She's on the other. And I have to tell you too. I was mentioning at the beginning, Christy. It's one of those things that I appreciate you. You always make me smile. You're always talking about positive things. And I was doing something recently in one of the new endeavors in my life, and I've spent quite a while in the HR department just recently. Seriously, it was an extended stay up there, getting a lot of paperwork done. I don't know that I've ever thought about HR and been smiling, but you always do. And you've always got a positive outlook. So I really appreciate that. So you're talking about servicing the Bryan County area up here, and you mentioned actually dropped a few names there too. What does a normal customer look like for you, or a client?
For me, it's anybody who thinks that they need help. So I really like the mom and pop shops. Those people who are doing their best to keep their business. They want to start it. They want to have the family involved, etc. But if you have ever worked with family, trust me when I tell you, it is not always pleasant. People have different opinions, those kind of things, or it's because I'm the eldest, or, there can be a lot of things that come into play. So just coming in and kind of I get to be the person that said, if you want to blame me, right? Being the person to help kind of feel it out. What I think the biggest thing that I find is my background goes from call centers to hospitality, manufacturing. So there's nothing that's going to throw me off by any means. But the reason that I smiled, Joey, when we talk about HR is the best compliment I have ever received in my life. And I'm sad to say that I'm tap dancing all over like 3 decades of HR. But the best compliment was by somebody I didn't even know. And they just called up and said, I don't know what you said to my husband's boss, but whatever it is, he's being treated better at work. So when he comes home, he's in a better mood. He's in a better mood when the alarm goes off in the morning. And I can't think of a better thing that I could do than to help someone have a complete turnaround in their working environment, that everybody's pleasant.
Yeah. I awesome. Agree entirely. And what a great compliment too. That is really cool. Well, all right. So by the way, I don't drop these on here often enough. I'll let you see that. Brina says hi. So thank you for watching, Brina. I appreciate that. Glad that you're watching tonight. A number of other folks watching, so thank you very much. We're talking about HR, and I want to bring something up here. We actually have a visual tonight. Occasionally we do. You have classes coming up too. Is that correct?
Yes, I actually have been very fortunate to work with Kayamichi at the technology location, and they have allowed me to come in, do some management classes, do some human resource classes. People who are like, I don't know if I want to work there or not. I don't know if I want HR. Good classes we can come in, but we actually have here with the SBDC has partnered up with REI Women's Business Unit, and Kayamichi has been gracious enough to let us use their facilities. But we've got these classes coming up for the person who maybe you're not sure if HR is really what you want to do. And I'd rather you take a class and figure it out before going and working somewhere and then like, oh, there's no way on God's great green I'm going to be doing this. So come in. This shows you on here. The red line there shows you where to register at. It's free. Okay. And I always, if it's free, it's for me, right? So it's a free, and these classes are during the lunch and learn time. I always say, grab your lunch and come learn kind of thing. But we have these actually on webinar. So the first one is in regards to recruitment. If there's anybody out there who happens to be looking to hire someone, maybe there's a few. We've got some new strategies, some new things with, we have these multiple generations, and all I hear about is, I just want to work remote. I get a lot of that. So
I
how
can
do we get
imagine.
those people in? And then and then every week out, we've got another class. And they fall on Thursdays, 11:30 to 1. You can register here. Again, it's free to you. And we do recruitment. The next one is on compensation and benefits. If maybe you work in payroll and you are looking to further your expertise. And then last but definitely not least is employee relations. In case anybody ever has any conflict at work, I would highly suggest that you hit the 11:30 to 1. Grab that person who's your biggest problem, get them a lunch, bring them in, pop a squat with them, and watch it together. It's the best you can do, I promise.
I like that. Just go ahead, and they may know that they're your biggest problem, but that's all right. If you get them lunch though, I would suspect that helps a little bit. Makes it a little bit easier there.
That's right.
The red line. So let me read that red line just in case you're watching on your phone. It is oksbdc.org/workshops. Let me read that again. oksbdc.org/workshops. Did I get that right, Christy?
You did. That is
all right.
it.
That is fine. And you can register there today. That is really cool. All right. Well, okay. That having been said, and we are live on Facebook tonight. We're also live on YouTube. So I can go back a little bit later and put into the description after this is done a way that folks could contact you. So how do they get in touch?
Please do. I think the easiest way is go to hrsf.info. I've got a contact page there. You can definitely shoot me a link, shoot me a line, whatever you need to do. Or HR Solid Foundation. Some people like to write it all out. HRSolidFoundation.com. I'm happy to help you, but anything that you may need and you're like, well, I don't know what I need. Well, that's the best time. Let's come in. All consultations are free. I'm happy to just walk you through to find out. You might not need anything. You might just need a form, whatever the case may be. Happy to help. So any type of recruiting that you need, I'm not a recruiter. I'm going to go and say it now. I'm not a recruiter. You can go call up your agencies. We've got several right there like literally right off of 75 that you can go into. But any management training, because it's been determined that a great employee without training does not equal a great manager. Can't be buddy old pal on Friday and the boss on Monday. So we definitely have got some management training available as well. But please, hrsf.info would be perfect.
That is, by the way, but before I let you go, let me ask you this, and that's a great statement. Can't. I don't know exactly how you said that, but the old buddy, old pal on Friday, and then manager on Monday, and the idea is there. Do you have a lot of those? I would imagine you've probably collected a lot of those little statements and ideas over the years. I've heard you say a few of them in Coffee Network too. So
yes, I have. I've actually I think my biggest claim to fame, if you will, is while working through DFW up to Oklahoma City, I've been involved. In fact, last August was my 1200th EEOC case.
Oh my
goodness.
If
you're not sure what that is basically the nutshell version is it's an employee's made a complaint. They've complained on your company. And what's really bad is when you're like, what? I had no idea. So, in management training, we go over that. And out of those 1,200, a handful, and a handful with a thumb and a finger to spare, were literally malicious. The rest were all people. They were trying to do the right thing. They thought that they had taken care of things. And it turns out just didn't quite take it far enough. So please, I can't even begin to tell you that if you have a great employee, they need training before you make them a manager.
All right. I'm sure John Maxwell probably has about 3 books about that too. So that's always fun. Christy, I am so glad that you took the time. By the way, hi Penny. Thank you for stopping by tonight and commenting as well. Christy, I'm thankful that you took the time for me tonight to visit. I appreciate that. And it is something that's important. And I know that you have a lot going on. You do cross the river, as you said, 2, 3, 4 times a week anyway. And we appreciate that. Hopefully I'll get a chance to see you tomorrow morning. Give a shout out to the Chamber of Commerce Coffee Network, which is an incredible place to get to know people, just like I've had a chance to get to know Christy, but even more so in the last little bit. And I'm very thankful. I appreciate what you're doing. And it obviously is having an impact, and it makes a difference in people's businesses, and big or small, no matter what it is that you get a chance to help out. So thank you for what you do, and thank you for taking time with us tonight.
Joey, I appreciate it greatly. And I want to throw something out there. If anybody comes to the Coffee Network tomorrow, the first person that comes up and gives me a card, says hello, hey, I saw you on BCP Live, something of that nature, I am going to do a free audit for your organization, regardless of size.
Okay, all right. That is pretty cool. Brina, if you're watching still, you may want to do that. Owen Foundation. There we go.
We'll see.
Okay, let me ask. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to keep you just a little bit
no
longer.
worries.
I don't want you to run away on a Tuesday night just yet. Let's just say Brina comes up to you if she's still watching tonight. Owen Foundation. That is it's a nonprofit. Do you take care of them as well?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. That's cool. I'm learning while I'm going. That's why since I have you on here, I figured I'd just ask a few more questions while I was there too. So you can take care of, I mean, even nonprofits have HR issues.
Yes, although the nonprofits, they come in with the warm and fuzzies, and that's always a good place. Okay. So, unfortunately, there are some laws that still pertain to nonprofits you have to be aware of.
Okay. All right. Somebody out there maybe needed to hear that. Just saying. I don't know. But I thought about that. All right. Christy Close, HRSolidFoundation.com, HRSF.info. I will not try to rebrand her business as HRSF, but just in case that catches, you heard it here first. So that's all right. Anyway, Christy, thank you so much for being here tonight. I'll let you go, and I'll give a few words from there and going out. But I'll see you tomorrow morning. Thank you again for being with us.
Sounds great, Joey. See you tomorrow morning. Thank you again.
All right. That is Christy Close with HR Solid Foundation. And, I always mean what I say on this show. Hopefully, if you've watched it long enough, then you know that I may joke and be a little sarcastic every now and again. Every now and again, I am so much less sarcastic than I used to be. Trust me. 30 years ago, my college days, the first time around, a lot more sarcastic, not as much as today. And I think hopefully I've matured a little bit, hopefully. Now, having said all of that, I meant everything I said about her. I mean, to tell you what, she is absolutely just wonderful. I appreciate seeing her smile. And those are the kinds of people that you want to spend more time with. And obviously, if they're doing something that will be a benefit to your business, then yeah, you need to get to know them and get to know her in particular. So, Christy, thank you for being on the show tonight. Hi, Michelle. Glad that you commented there as well. Hope you guys got to see all of this. If you didn't, go back and watch the replay tomorrow. If you are watching the replay now and you are still with me, my goodness, you're a trooper. Thank you for sticking around this long and for watching all of that. And don't forget, again, HR... I almost said HRSF. HRSF.info. I need to spell these things out anyway. HRSolidFoundation.com. So there we go. All right. There will be a show tomorrow. We are going to do a BCP Live tomorrow, so I want to go ahead and promote that right now. Different time. We're moving it up 8:30 tomorrow night, and we're making a couple of adjustments. Special guest, you'll see tomorrow when it posts on Facebook that it's coming on. But again, midweek, we haven't been doing too many other than the Tuesday night. We will have a BCP Live tomorrow night. So that's tomorrow night at 8:30. And we're shifting things up a little bit. And part of the changes with me too. In case you didn't hear last week, I was talking about the fact that I'm going back to school. Didn't make a whole lot of an announcement at first because I want to make sure all my ducks were in a row. I believe all the ducks have been properly lined up. Occasionally, one of them seems to get out just a little bit, but that's okay. Well, we, kind of chew them back in line a little bit. But I am pursuing a master's at Southeastern, and I'm in week 2 of my studies, and I can tell you that the studies are rearranging my time. Definitely. I've already been studying tonight. I was telling Christy about that just before we came on the air. I've already had a lot of study to do. I've already been looking at the computer. Online stuff is making me look online even more. And part of me is, a big part of me is missing the books. I mean, textbooks, I realize sometimes that print's a little iffy. And occasionally I don't have what my daughters call the granddaddy glasses. I don't have them within handy to show you right now, but I don't mind. But I'm looking online a whole lot. So, I mean, and you're like, but Joey, you work online. I know. And now it's even that much more. So we're shifting things around a little bit that I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it, and I believe it's going to be something good. And hopefully over the course of this year, it will be something that maybe we find a way to benefit everybody and all that. So Anyway, so that's where the adjustments are. We are doing that show tomorrow night. Be sure, check out the Facebook page tomorrow and find out who our guest is going to be. I know you're going to have fun listening to this guest because we have something cool to talk about an event, Bryan County event that is coming up very, very soon. So you don't want to miss that. All right. I believe that is it for the night. Praise God. It's been a good day. Hope that you have a good day. If you are a member of the Chamber of Commerce or whatever else, like the guy who just put a comment up there. Hey, Jeff Shelburne, how are you? Man, it's always good to see your name. Come to Coffee Network tomorrow. Say hi. It's final Wednesday of the month, and it will be at Always Dream. And so the folks out there, boy, they do a fantastic job. You don't want to miss that out. All right. 1, be wise. Okay. It's a good thing to do. No, I'm not just pointing at you. I'm just saying that's number one. Number one, be wise. This is how we close this out. In case you're new to the broadcast, we close this out every time. And I want to remind you of these things. Be wise. Well, Joey, I don't feel like I'm being wise enough. That's all right. Ask God. In James chapter 1, he said, if you ask, he said he would give you wisdom and give it generously. And he's not going to find fault in you asking. So 1, be wise. Walk in wisdom. Number 2, walk in love. Is it always easy? Absolutely not. Is it always worth it? Absolutely. Sometimes it's a challenge, okay? But you need to walk in love. I'm telling you, it's the best thing. It really is. You'll get a lot more out of life when you are walking in love. Unforgiveness, hatred, holding grudges, things like that, they take a toll on you physically, mentally, emotionally. Walking in love winds up always being the better thing. And finally, do not walk in fear. Now, I want to tell you, I talked about this a little bit last week, and I'm not going to talk too much about it right now. I'm just going to mention it just closely. It's something, as often as I've said, don't walk in fear, sometimes that's easier said than done, even for the guy who says it every single week on a broadcast. Sometimes, fear comes against me too. I'm encouraging you. You have so many opportunities every day to be afraid of something, to be nervous about something, to worry about something. And if you don't have them already, the national media will do its best to try to provide more opportunities for you to be afraid. I encourage you, don't walk in fear. Okay. Do your best to get past it, get through it, and to go on. Dottie, I know you're watching out there right now, so I just want to say hi to you too. Thank you for watching tonight. I appreciate that. So be wise, walk in love, do not walk in fear. Tomorrow night, in less than 24 hours, we'll be right back here on BCP Live, so be sure to tune in for that. Thank you to Christy Close, again, HR Solid Foundation, for being the guest tonight, and I will see you later. God bless you. I appreciate every single one of you. Have a good night.